welcome back to my channel Technical Maths. In this video, we will study square and square roots part 2, in which we will discuss properties and questions based on that. So let's start our video. Now, first we will, in the last video, we have studied, basically in part 1, we have studied that what are squares, what are perfect squares, how we can find them, and many more things we have studied. So you can check out on my channel. And now in this video we study properties. So first property is that if like numbers, for example, square of 1 is 1, 2 is 2, 2 is 4, 3 is 9, 4 is 16, 5 is 25, and so on. So these last numbers 1, 4, 9, 6 and 5, these and 0 also, because square of 0 is also 0. So 0, 1, 4, 5, 0, 1, 4, 6, 5 and 9. These are the number. If these numbers are at the units place, then we can consider that following number is a perfect square. We can see one example also. Now let's see some examples. So we will take numbers like 144, 196 and 289 and 361. So these all numbers have a unit digit of this number is 4, of this number it is 6, of this number 9, and this number is 1. So as we know, if a number's unit digit is 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9, then the following number will be a perfect square. So these all numbers are perfect square. Now numbers like 2, 3, 7 and 8, if any number has unit digit as these numbers, then it will not be a perfect square. Now let's see property number 2. Now guys, we will see property number 2. So another property is that if any number has 0, like 100, so 100. So what will be the square of 100? So in this, the square of 100 will be this 10,000. And what is the square of 200? So it will be 40,000. Here we see that if a number has 2 zeros, so it will have, if we take out its square, it will have 4 zeros. Means we can see more example also, then it will be more clear to you. Like square of 1000 will be 10 lakh. Like this also 2000 will be 20 lakh. So the number of zeros will be doubled to take out the square. Like here we have 3 zeros. So for the square of 1000 we will have 6 zeros. Like this in 200. If we have 2 zeros, then the square will have 4 zeros. And if a number has odd number of zeros, then it will not be a perfect square. Like 1000 is not a perfect square, as it has odd number of zeros. 200 is a perfect square, 100 is a perfect square, 10,000 is a perfect square, 10 lakh is a perfect square, but 1000 is not, because it has odd number of zeros. Means if any number has even number of zeros like 100, 200, then it will be a perfect square. But if it has odd number of zeros like 1000, so it will not be a perfect square. Now let's move to the another property. Now the third property is that if the square of even natural number will be even and the square of odd number will be odd. For example, square of 1 square will be 1, which is odd number. 2 square will be 4, which is an even number. Like as 12 square will be 144, which is also an even number. And square of 13 is 169, which is an odd number. So square of an even natural number will be even and square of a odd natural number will be odd. Now let's move to another property. Now guys, the fourth property is that first we take 1. So square of 1 is 1. Square of 9 is 81. So the units place is 1. So in square of 1 and 9, unit digit 1 is common. And if we take square of 2 and square of 8, so 2 square is 4, 8 square is 64. So 4 is common in square of 8 and 2. If we take square of 3 and square of 7, so here we have 9, here we have 49. So in square of 3 and 7, 9 as a unit digit is common. If we take square of 4 and 6, so unit digits 4 has 16 and 16 has 36. Unit digit 6 is common in square of 4 and 6. And if we take square of 5, so 25. 5 is common in square of 5 and none another number. So let's see some interesting patterns related to squares. Now guys, we will see some interesting patterns. So first pattern, if we take square of 1, then it is 1. Square of 2 is 4. Square of 3 is 9. Square of 4 is 16. Now, what is the interesting pattern here? So, if we see square of 1 and 2, which is 1 and 4, two numbers lie between these, 2 and 3. Here, square of 2 and 3, which is 9, here lies 4 numbers, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if we see square of 3 and 4, here 6 number lies. Now, what is the interesting pattern? So, the between every means consecutive numbers, the square of consecutive numbers like 1 and 2. So there lies even number of numbers between their square, like 1 and 2, then 2 and 3, 3 and 4 and more. Between 4 square and 5 square there lies 8 numbers, and then 10 numbers. Like this it continues. So let's see the another interesting fact. Let's see that. So it's adding odd numbers, like square of 1 is 1, so we write as 1. Square of 2 is 4, so we can write it as 1 plus 3. Square of 3 is 9, we can write as 1 plus 3 plus 5. Square of 4 is 16, we can write as 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7. Square of 5 is 25, which we can write 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9. So like this, if we add odd numbers, then we will get the square of each number, like 5, then 6 will be 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11. And it will continue till infinity because they are infinite numbers. Now let's see another interesting pattern. Now guys, the third interesting pattern here is that if it is related to 5. Basically numbers whose square means numbers which has unit digit as 5, then what will be their square? Like 25 square is we all know 25 square is 625. So we can also see that it can be 2 into 3, which is 6 into 100 plus 25. Like this we can 35 square, so it is 1225, 1225. So it can be 3 into 4, 100 plus 25. So this is basically multiplication. 15 square, so it can be it is basically 225. So 1 into 2 into 100 plus 25. So these are the basic tricks, and now let's see the another interesting pattern. Now guys, the fourth interesting pattern is that if we take a square of an odd number, like square of 3, which is 9, so we can write 9 as 4 plus 5. So two consecutive numbers, addition of two consecutive numbers will give us the square of an odd number. Like then 5 square 25, we can take 12 plus 13, yes. Then 7 square, which is 49, so we can take 25 24 plus 25, yes. And then 9 square, we can take 81, which is 41 40 plus 41. So this was our last interesting pattern. Now we will discuss about Pythagorean triplet. Now guys, we will study Pythagorean triplet. Now what is it? So if I take an example of 3 square plus 4 square, so what is 3 square? It is 9. And what is 4 square? It is 16. And if we add these both, we get 25. 25 is the square of 5. So 3 square plus 4 square is equals to 5 square. This is the Pythagorean triplet, like this: 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5 is the Pythagorean triplet. So 3 square, which is 9, and 4 square, which is 16. If we add these both, we get the square of 5. Like this, I will tell you one more example, which is 6 square, which is 36, plus 8 square, which is 64, is equals to 10 square, which is equals to 100. You can see the 6, 4, 10, 1 carry, 6, 3, 9, 1, 10. So 6, 8 and 10. This is also a Pythagorean triplet. There are more certain numbers by which we can make a Pythagorean triplet. Now let's see the formula, how we can know that following number is in the Pythagorean triplet or not. So let's see that. Now guys, we will know the method or the way how to know that a particular or a following number is in a Pythagorean triplet or not. So basically it is m square minus 1, 2m, and m square plus 1. So the number we will take is 16. Now we will put the value of we will equal to, means m square minus 1 equals to 16. So m square minus 1 is equals to 16. Now we will find out the value of m, and if if the number is in any Pythagorean triplet, then we will use that value in another two equations or and if it is not in any Pythagorean triplet, then we will put the value 2m is equals to 16, like this we will do with this also. So let's see. M square minus 1 equals to 16. M square is equals to 16 plus 1. If you have studied linear equation, if you are not, then it is on my channel. The video is on my channel. You can visit that video on my channel. So let's continue this. M square is equals to 17, and it will become root 17 square and according to square root. So we'll study further in another more parts of squares and square root. So it will become root 17. So it is not a part of Pythagorean triplet. So we will leave it. Now we will take 2m. So 8. We will divide it as it is multiplying here. So 8 is a part of a Pythagorean triplet. Now let's put the value of 8 in all three, and let's know the Pythagorean triplet. Alright guys, so we will put the value of 8 here and here. So m square minus 1, 8 square minus 1, which is equals to 64 minus 1, which is 63. And here m square plus 1, 8 square plus 1, 64 plus 1, 65. So our Pythagorean triplet is 63, 8, 65. Means if we take out the square of 63 and square of 68, then we will get the square of 65. Our video ends on this point, and We will do more questions based on some interesting patterns as we have studied in this video, and then Pythagorean triplet, and then in of based on the properties of squares. And one more interesting fact about Pythagorean triplet we are going to discuss, and it will be end of our video. Are watching my video till the last, please like my video, share my video, and subscribe to my channel. And part 3 of this video means part 3 of this topic, square and square roots, will come soon, which is based on questions on the topics which we have studied in the part 2. So thank you very much.